Well, first of all, how have you reacted to the big win over Huddersfield at the weekend?
Yeah, we're a good one. Obviously, we're coming on the back of three non-wins, a draw and two losses. So it's always important to get back to winning ways. And obviously, the big game in the Challenge Cup, there is no second chance. So to be back on the horse and beat a good team like Huddersfield is good. And we want to kick on from here now.
Hull FC in the quarter-final, trip over to the KC Stadium. It's familiar territory for us.
It is, yeah, and it obviously doesn't get any easier as you get further down the line, and the quarters are here. We've all at Hull, and Hull are a great side with some form at the moment, so we know we need to be improving. There's a lot to happen before then, but we know we need to keep improving to get back to that. But it's a nice stadium to play at, which we're really happy about. We love playing there, so it should be a tasty game, and hopefully two form teams then.
A strange coincidence that the two previous times we played in the Cup, we've played them at home the week before, and the same thing's happening again this time.
Yeah, it's sometimes happens like that, but they usually make a good double header whilst there's no relevance to each other. You play each other the week before, and the next game can be quite different in many ways. So it'll be interesting, and there's been a few good games like that. We had Wakefield, which were probably two of the best games of the year. So yeah, I'm sure they'll be both great games, and both we're all looking forward to.
You mentioned Wakefield there. Did you catch their game against Leeds? Pretty dramatic stuff.
Yeah, I did. I watched a little bit of it. I was doing something at the time, but I had it on in the back, and obviously I kept hearing Lee coming back into it as Wakefield were quite out in the lead. But that's rugby league for you. It's a cup game, so anything can happen. But it's great to see Lee doing well and showing that they can hold their own against Super League teams.
Because you sympathise with Wakefield when you've got that big lead and suddenly the momentum shifts. It's hard to stop it sometimes.
It is, yeah. It's I have been on the back of a few of them, and whilst everything's going great in the first half, you want to go out and do the same, but something seems to change, and you seem to forget everything he did in the first half. And whilst a team's on a roll, it's hard to stop momentum, and Lee certainly had momentum in that second half.
Looking ahead to this week, a team that will have momentum and confidence is Hull KR after their win against Wigan. They'll be a tough proposition.
It will, yeah. Hull KR have been really, really good this year. Obviously had times when they've not played that well, and teams have beaten, but when they play well, they're a very, very hard team to beat. And we had a tough tie there at the first round of the season, which we thankfully got the win after some tough times in that game. But they'll come here confident. They had a great win against Wigan in the Cup, and they've every reason to be. We need to be getting better with our league form. Whilst we're at the top of the table, we don't look to that as a marker. We're forgetting where we are in the league. We just need to get back to playing well, and we need to build on the Huddersfield game. In
Terry Campese and Albert Kelly, they've got two very dangerous halves. In that first half, particularly at Hull KR, Campese really tore us apart at times. Yeah,
they're really, really exciting halves, and obviously they've been brought in this year, and they haven't took much time to settle in and really control things. And when you sign players, you want them to have an impact, and when they're in the halves, they certainly have to control the team. And whilst you've got the kicking game and the distribution game very, very good, you've also got people like Albert Kelly who can create something out of nothing. So real dangerous players and real different players in their own way, but two players who will be key if they want to play well at the weekend.
Having lost out to Warrington in our last home game, how important will it to be get back to winning ways in the league this weekend?
Yeah, really, really big. Obviously, we love playing at Headingley as home ground, and we don't want to win. We don't want to lose there. Sorry. We have lost, and we need to get back on the horse and get things right. And there's nothing better than coming to Headingley on a Friday night and getting a good win, and a good victory, and a good performance for the fans. So it's important that we get back. We can't just dwell on the Huddersfield game. The Challenge Cup is completely different competition. So we need to get back to playing well in Super League now.
And just finally, through no fault of your own, you became a bit of a social media phenomenon on Saturday.
Yeah, well, it happens, doesn't it? I mean, I think it's quite funny, really. I don't think I'm not offended in any way by it, but it happens. I thought the BBC would have proofed it before they sent it out, but that happens. But that's the way it is. I'm in a changing room. I'm gonna get changed in there, aren't I?